from courses, the set of technology in Uganda, as you know.
My name is Makerere. I'm from Courses, second in command, AGB command, and
AGB, gentlemen, supporting Nalu Kwagoi.
Maybe my colleague.
Let's go. Makerere, Nalu Kwagoi, Courses soy, me toy, Mumba oi, Emery Stuart oi, Finger oi. Joseph,
yes.
College President Courses.
Yes.
We are the winners.
Yes.
Makerere.
Fatima is my name. Silence. Fatima is my name. I give the representative council, School of Bioscience in Nalukwago's government.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Daha and I'm Team Judith Nalukwa.
A die-hard door. A die-hard door. How do you guys?
Colleagues, we are reaching. Okay?
Someone has not introduced himself.
Please introduce.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
My name is Nkamulunji Mary, incoming speaker, Connors, and undergraduate representative, Connors.
Speak. Okay. Standing up, boy. Standing up, boy. Standing up, boy. Standing up, boy. Chino chechisera chetulino kulwana. Chino chechisera chetulino kulwana. Yes. The next year with the president. Yes. Makerere University. Winning boy. And if you see as I see, and sense as I sense, if you perceive as I perceive, then you know that this is the time to wake up from our slumber and make Nalu Kwago the guilty president, the winning goal, the Nalu Kwago. Welcome the guild president to give us our remarks.
Anthem first.
Tuliyambala
Makerere! 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 Judith Toy! President Toy! Winning Goy! Using Zimoy! Echakulanyoy! Bobby Winoy! Oy! Boy! Papa Oy! Judith Toy! President Toy! Winning Goy! Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy for the turn-up. I am so happy that you're here. I talked to our people from different colleges to invite you here. We wanted, you see, we are in a COVID period. They limited us on the numbers of the people to be here. Otherwise, we'd have a very big turn-up here. But because of the limited numbers, we had to keep what we have. But regardless, my name is Judith Nalukwago. I'm a 5th-year student doing Bachelor's of Dental Surgery. I'm a former leader. I've been a sports minister in my year 1 at Mary Stewart. In my year 2, I became equipment secretary at Games Union. In my year 3, I became GRC School of Health Sciences. And at the same time, I became a vice guild president. And that position has elevated me to reach this far. Because I'm sure, if I know, yes, and I am the president, 86. I'm sure if I had not been given a chance to serve as a vice president, some of you would not have seen my capabilities. The people I've worked with before even I became vice president, who recommended me to be vice president, I can assure you I was not in the camp that won, but I was recommended, high recommendation to be a vice president, because they knew what I could do, and they knew how best I can serve the students. That is how I got into cabinet, even when I was not in the team. Yes, we are here today, ladies and gentlemen. All of you have seen we've been nominated. Even when there have been rumors, Judith doesn't have
nomination, no! Nomination, no! Judith, no! Winning, no! Ra! Ra! Cha! Cha!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am a studying guild president. I've come here to represent you. I have marks. That is why I've been nominated. Even when rumors have been going around. Our first priority in Makerere is to study. But regardless, there are other things like leadership, sports. When I start my sports profile, we might spend a whole day here.
Surely.
But maybe I can give a highlight. Yes, I have represented Makerere University and the country because I played tennis on Makerere University team and the Uganda national team. I've represented Makerere University and Uganda in World University Games, in Taiwan in 2017, and in Italy in 2018. In Italy 2019. Of this year, this year I was supposed to go to China, still for World University Games in August, but thankfully the games were postponed because of COVID, but I was not going to go because of exams. You see, that is why I'm speaking of exams, that despite all other things, we are here to study. That is the most important. So the games were going to be in exam period. I was going to leave the games and do my exams. It's very important for me to study and leave the university. Yes, we are here, but it's important to leave and go and do other things. So as we start, as an aspiring guild president, you've seen me in your classes somewhere, you've seen me in your hostels, you've seen me in your halls, you've put me on your statuses, you've lifted my profile so high. You are the people who have made me who I am. Without you, I would not be here. Oh, in your dreams. Yes, you've seen me. And I am happy that you've lifted my profile. I cannot do this without you. I cannot stand where I am if I don't have your people. That is why we are gathered here, to be able to lift the Nalukwago Judith campaign. What does the Nalukwago Judith campaign stand for? We have values. We have a manifesto. You see, this term of office is only going to be 3 months. 3 months. I'm sure some of you already know that. It's going to be 3 months. What am I saying? Experience is very important.
True.
Experience is very important. I'm not saying other candidates in the race are bad. No, they are good. None of them has the experience I have in the students here. And experience is very important. Experience soy. Experience soy. Experience soy. You see, up there are bureaucracies. There's so many things you have to learn when you've just been elected as a new president. So, in 3 months, are we going to give someone a chance to begin learning instead of working for us? We are not going to allow that. Number 2 is, even us, before going into the leadership, we've already started working. I think you saw the 50,000 removed from your portals. Because we pushed so hard for that 50,000, the surcharge to be removed. We removed that 50,000. We pushed so hard for that 50,000 to be removed from your portals because we understand. And that is part of our manifesto. Some of you have been reading our posts. Our posts explain to you what our manifesto is about. I think I should go straight to our manifesto. Like I told you, our term of office is going to be only 3 months. So let's not come here and start politicking and we mention a list of things that we are going to do. There is not, you cannot do a lot of things in 3 months, but you can do 1 or 2 things that are going to cause impact on the whole student community of Makerere, and that is what we stand for. That is what we are here to do. Yes, we are going to do the Magufuli style. We are going to Magufulify Makerere. We are Magufulify Ngoy. Magufulify Ngoy. Magufulify Ngoy. Yes. Like I said, we are going to do few things, but we want every student of Makerere to feel the impact of the few things we are going to do. One of them is tuition. Tuition is the biggest challenge in Makerere University. When the 7-member committee sat down, and for them they thought because they were coming from a privileged or advantaged family, that we students of Makerere University are paying peanuts, and they sat down and endorsed a 15% tuition increment, cumulative moreover. Cumulative moreover. Do you know how many students have failed to make it to university, Makerere University, because of that 15%? Do you know how many students have dropped out of their courses because of 15%? I've sat on University Council. I know those statistics because I've been there. And that is in the same spirit. Why? On 22nd October, I stood on that gate with the army, with the tanks to fight against 15%. Because I know the statistics of the students for dropping out because of tuition.
15% Z. 15% Z.
So, we are here, yes, we've moved away from the past. But those people who increased that 15%, when you see them, ask them questions, because some of them are still here. Some of them are supporting candidates. Moreover, they increased our tuition. So, ask them, why did they increase your tuition? But regardless, we have to make sure that 15% is removed. It was removed on functional fees. Now we are going to tuition. But in tuition, there are other aspects. Tuition, you don't look at it as something small. It's something big. It has very many other ingredients. Surcharges is part of tuition. You know, in the 4th week, when you haven't paid 200,000, there's a surcharge of 20,000. In the 6th week, if you haven't registered, there's a surcharge of 50,000. In the 12th week, if you haven't paid all your tuition, there's a surcharge of 5% of the outstanding balance. Do you want to pay all those surcharges? Do you want to pay that money, yet you've not been taught in the first 4 weeks of the semester? Why are they fining you and they're not fining our lecturers who striked and didn't teach us? Is it our problem that we are not studying? Can I pay that fine in the 4th week of the semester, yet I've not yet had any lecture? Those are the questions we're asking ourselves. And who has to answer? Who has to push for those things? It is I, your 86th. That is why I'm here today, to request you for the mandate, to push me to make sure I remove the surcharge. To make sure...
Ra, 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 ra. Magufulifying, ra, ra, cha, cha, ra. Ejudithoe, NUP, everywhere. NUP, everywhere. NUP, everywhere. Hello.
When we go to tuition again, ladies and gentlemen, we have functional fees. We haven't refused to pay the functional fee, but we have to pay functional fee when we know that it's going to be utilized. You're studying online. almost 3/4 of the semester you've been studying online. Honestly speaking, why are you paying 50,000 for university hospitals? Why are you paying sports fee when you're studying online? Why are you paying for infrastructure of the university library, the laboratories when you're studying online? Are you utilizing those services? So why are you paying for them? That is what we are here today to discuss. That is what we are here today to make sure it stops today. That is why we are here to make sure when we push Judith as our 86th, all those unfair policies are going to stop.
Yes.
Members, when we talk about functional fees, who is responsible to make sure functional fees are waived? I can tell you, I am a leader, I'm not going to politicize like I told you. The Vice Chancellor cannot wake up today and just say we are going to remove functional fees. It is discussed in University Council. This is why I told you experience is very important. We are going to be in University Council for 3 months. University Council sits like once in 3 months. So, if you are a new person, what impact are you going to have in that one meeting when you don't even know the names of council members? You're still learning the council members. Judith Nalukwaga has interacted with them for 1 year. She knows who can push for what. She knows where to touch. She knows who to approach. Judith Nalukwago in that one council meeting is going to make sure the functional fee is waived. So, when we talk about tuition, those are the aspects of tuition. People may look at it as something small, but when they add on new surcharges, the functional fees, the 15%, it becomes too exploitative to you, the Ugandans. You see our economy. When they were constructing Makerere University, the people who constructed it knew the economic background of Ugandans. That is why they put Makerere University to help academically advantaged students, but economically disadvantaged. That is why we're here, some of us, otherwise we wouldn't be here. Some of you have read my story as we were starting this presidential race. If it wasn't because of that, we wouldn't be here. These people who are increasing our tuition, these people who are making us to pay high prices for tuition, do you know these people started free of charge? They had faculty allowance, they had food allowance, every allowance, they were being paid for studying. They used to go to class and not worry about what they are going to eat. So they used to concentrate. We are in class, we are worried. What are we going to eat today? Where are we going to sleep? When am I going to pay tuition? You're worried. No wonder. Those people somehow managed to maneuver and perform better. Managed to do, but we know we have the brains to be better than them. We have evolved. I'm a scientist, I know evolution. We have to be better than them. But because they are pressurizing us on these other aspects that they didn't go through, they are forcing us to start thinking, I'm in class, but I'm thinking of functional fees. I'm in class, I'm thinking of the surcharge that I put on my student portal, instead of concentrating in class. This university, when you strike about tuition, and a whole minister comes out and says, if you cannot afford Makerere University, go to UCU. Honestly speaking, it's like telling us if you cannot afford bread, go and take care. That is not right. We are here because our ancestors, our forefathers built this university to accommodate us, to accommodate the common Ugandan. We are the people who are going to build our country. If we don't build it, if we do not fight for ourselves now and for the generation to come, tomorrow your brother and sister will come, but they will not be able to afford tuition and they're going to drop out. That is why we are here today. This is not only a Judith Nalukwago campaign, it's a common student campaign. It is your campaign. That is why we called you here, to be part of the campaign, to own the campaign, because this is your campaign. Next is a suspension. I think someone talked about it. I'm on a warning letter, some of you know, because of the 15% demonstration that we put up. But regardless, it doesn't stop me from talking. Many of my friends have long resigned from speaking for students because of fear, because they're on warning letters. But me, as a person, I've dedicated my life to serve the students of Makerere. Even when I'm on a warning letter, I do not fear. I will speak what is right. I will talk what is right. I will speak for you. I will represent you. Students are on suspension letters. Even when we fought, you see, when you're a suspended student, you're not allowed within the university actually. But these students were innocent. And you're innocent till proven guilty. Why should you refuse the student from enjoying the university premises, what the university offers, because you've just suspended them out of rumor or out of hearsay? That is why we fought for these students to enjoy the privileges of a student, even when they're on suspension. These people were able to do the exam. Some of them are on graduation lists because we fought hard that even when they're on suspension. But what are we doing now? We want them to be given a clear document showing their reinstatement, even when they have been able to enjoy these these are privileges, they should be given a clear letter of their reinstatement. These students who are on warning letters, their warning letters should be revoked because they were given out of anger, not out of thought. So, when we speak about suspensions, we speak about tuition, we speak about student welfare. Some of you are sleeping in halls of residence. You're sleeping on beds that were purchased in 1956. Those are the beds you're sleeping in. On. They were purchased in 1956. Honestly speaking, there's a lot that has happened. But Makerere University, the premium university of East Africa, we are sleeping on 1956 beds. Honestly speaking, student welfare is really bad. Even when you're going to tackle tuition, which is the biggest challenge, student welfare is very important. You're in halls of residence with the worst toilets. People in Katanga might even be having better toilets, even ashamed to say. When we have fought in Mary Stewart to make sure our toilets are renovated, and it's been in vain. But this time round, we're not going to fight as leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, I call upon you to join our fight. We are fighting together as students. I am not only going to be your student, I'm not only going to be your guild president, I'm going to be your common student. I'm going to be your person who you will call anytime, who you can talk to anytime. I'm going to be that person who you can call anytime to solve your issue. Some of you here know me. When you've called upon me to do for you something, I have done it. Even when I can't, at least I refer you to someone who can do it. Because we are all students. I cannot be there 24/7. That is a reality. But I can be there when I can. And when I cannot, that is why we have a team. Even when we are not in campaigns, we have teams, we have friends who can help us here and there. Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, I may want to stop there. There is so much to talk. There is so much to talk about. But today we are here to also discuss, not only the candidate to speak, to also discuss how we can move forward, to also ask questions, because this is not a one-man thing. Judith Nalukwago, this is us. This is about us. So I'm going to stop here. If you have any questions, I think we can have the questions answered today. We can have them asked and answered today. Thank you so much. Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. My name is Kayes. Kayes people. It's Kayes Oil. Kayes Oil. Kayes represents Panon. I have one question for you. The question is, winning is assured, according to what I see, what I hear about Kayes. But we want assurance. What our victory is not from us. Like it was not from our president. What assurance that the electoral commission? Because I hear rumor. I want
I think we should first ask questions, then I answer at once. I think that would be better.
Five.
Yes, 5 questions.
Five.
And yes, he's noting them. Any other? Yes, college president.
Thank you so much. Thank you, gallant intellectuals. My question would be, you need to enlighten us how are we going to vote.
Yes, Gaha.
I've talked to several people. I've met very many people. And the question on everyone's mouth is, who is representing anything? People are still confused. Some of us know, but then people out there are not certain.
2 to go.
I know that is.
thank you for the forces which were sucked out, because they were sucked out not to put tabs, because we are that they were sacked for reason of impressing the president. What he said that some courses must be removed. I don't know which trial will review which will face when you become the president.
There was a hand there before.
Thank you very much, Obama is well represented. They are asking, why is groundwork at Obama still low? Because people are saying they have not seen you at Obama from the time you have started campaigning. Why is it like so? Thank you very much.
gender balance. I need a female.
Thank you so much. My question is really controversial, but it's kind of in relation to this. I just want to be sure. I'm surely Team Judith, but I just want to be sure. I'm seeing so many lists, and this really shows loopholes in the issue. Who are the new aspirants? Much as I'm Team Judith, I just want to be sure. I don't want to be shocked at them.
You give me your WhatsApp
Obana radio Simba.
Okay. Let me answer the questions that have been asked. Is our victory secure? Yes, our victory is secure. The fact that you're here today means we are the people going to protect our vote. Even I. You see here, I'm dressed like this on that voting day. You wait and see. Rub-dub style.
Rub-a-dub style.
Rub-a-dub style. We shall put on the boots. We shall put on everything that enables us to protect our vote. We shall protect it. We are people going to protect that vote. And that is assured. If you are there in the field, we shall protect our vote.
Being live vote.
Yes. The voting mode. We have fought so hard that we have a physical election. You see, this university has been overtaken by the state somehow. But regardless, doesn't mean that our spirits have been killed. We are going to fight. The state was trying to influence that their candidate goes through. The NRM, but they have failed because he's not nominated.
Everywhere. The marks on
I think I would love to give you a preamble on how these reforms that have fought him came about. Last year when we were in the Students' Guild, the university, some members in the university paid, I repeat, they paid some members in the Student Guild to introduce new laws on the student regulations. And one of the laws that was very unfair is a student who has a missing mark is not allowed to stand for guild presidency. Not only guild president, even SCR, even at college level, if you have a missing mark, you're not allowed to stand. If you have a retake, you're not allowed to stand. But ladies and gentlemen, is having a retake or a missing mark, does it make you less of a student?
No.
Don't you pay tuition like any other student when you have a missing mark?
Shit happens all the time.
So, given the Senate policies, clearly the Senate is the academic board of the university. How does it define a student? A student is a person who has done 60% of their semester load. And 60% of your semester load doesn't mean that you have to complete the whole of it. But then because of selfish interests, NRM was bringing, they made sure they push. They made sure they thought when Nalukwago Judith participates in the 15% demonstration, she's not going to do her exams because she's a medical student. They have forgotten that we have fought so hard to come here. We have fought so hard that we shall have the marks. We shall do both things, and we shall serve the students and we shall study. The Nalukwago Judith they wanted to lock out is right here nominated. For them, they are not nominated. So, the electoral reform was introduced in bad faith, and we are going to fight it. That is part of our agenda. Our legal committee of the Students' Guild is going to fight it. And that is one of the things I assure you. That we are going to fight it because it disadvantages you as a student from participating in student politics, in student leadership. Remember, you are still a student. Because Senate defines a student as someone who has done 60% of their semester load. So why does the university council or someone who has given little pennies contradict what Senate says? So that person is not on the ballot paper, don't worry.
Yeah.
His reforms that he brought have kicked him out. Yes, I think it's too. They put a trap, but they have fallen into it. The next thing is noob. We have the noob ticket, that's not a worry. They were waiting for nomination to happen when they were announced. So don't worry about it, we have the noob tickets. Judith Nalukwaga, I think some of the people here, some of the noob members here, they are here. These are noob people. And I've been working with them as a youth coordinator Kawempe during national elections under NUP, and I registrar of Kawempe under NUP. So
A biographer.
you see, there are so many masqueraders. People will come and tie on the party, even when they have not been there, because they know what the party can do. So we have that ticket. That should not be a worry. Then the other thing is groundwork. We are coming to Cobhams. We've been moving each college for like 3 days to make sure that people know us more. And Cobhams, we are coming. Eid and other people, we are going to come there. I think Eid has talked to you. We have a timetable on how we are going to be moving the campaign. But regardless, also help us there. Before you even come, the students should already know us. We come to just do final touches, and we are going to be there.
The final touches,
Yes, I think when I answered the other guild aspirants, we are 4 in the race. I don't know about others. I know I'm the guild aspirant and I'm the president. About plans for courses that was scrapped out. Of course, as a person, I'm sure those courses were scrapped because you see Makerere University, like I told you, it was built on the aspect of helping these students who are economically disadvantaged. That means it will have the biggest number of students in the country, from within and around the country. So there are so many students within Makerere, and that, according to national security, apparently it's a national threat. That is why they're removing these courses, not because they are bad courses or they're not applicable. It's because they're strategically reducing the number of students in Makerere, and we shall not allow that, and we are going to fight it. We have to make sure these courses are brought back.
Yes.
Yes, I think those are the questions that have been asked and I've answered.
Yes? But my biggest concern is you have forgotten about the class coordinators. There's so much on the ground. We have so much to do. Remember, we are in the time of COVID. We are accessing our education online, and the coming month, YAPs are not on the ground, but class coordinators are having all the contacts.
Yes.
So I want to challenge every leader here. Kindly cooperate with the class coordinators. You see that Her Majesty sits in the seat.
Her Majesty.
Her Majesty.
Thank you so much. Okay, courses.
Thank you very much. Actually, my pain is one. Let me first introduce myself. I'm Muhumza Gilbert, representing courses, and apparently I'm unopposed as SCIT.
Waiting to swear in.
My pain, actually our pain is elections. I think there are students concerned. I would not know the reason why the University Council actually would intervene the students' matters. And actually, one of the things that motivated me is push for that. Why should the University Council involve itself in the student matters? Those who have been following, we have not had elections just because of that matter. So, Her Excellency assure us, this community that has that pain, that we are going to move that, we kick out that University Council out of student matters. Thank you.
Yes.
Ojja kunzikiriza mbuuze mu Luganda sinnasiibuluka Oluzungu. Waliwo ebyarayizinze nti guild president wa Makerere tabangako mukyala. Gwe ki ekikuwa obuvumu okuba nti gwe osobola okuwangula gwe ng'omukyala? Ekibuuzo ekyokubiri tuyiseemuko ng'abantu bagamba oba abayizi bagamba nti omuntu abadde kakiiko naye era kizibu nnyo okuwangula. Gwe endowoozayo ku nsonga ezo ebbiri neeyanziza.
Ekisooka nti tubadde tetulina bakyala ekyo kifu kubanga wabaddewo abakyala era eyasembayo bamuyita Anna Deke ye MP kati ye MP wa National Female Youth MP era yawangudde MP elect in Soroti district. So ekyo ndowooza tukimenyeewo. Kifu. Ekirala nti abadde mu komiti tasobola kuddayo. Ekisooka ndowooza mulabye bw'omutunira history y'aba guild president ababadde bayiseemu before. Bonna abasinga babadde mu GRC committee nga tebanafuuka guild presidents. Bonna abasinga okuggyako mpozi Mwami Katerega yabaddeko Pastor Jimmy ate abadde n'abasinga babaddemu ekyokubiri nti bwe baba badawuti nga sigenda kuyita lwaki abakulembeze bannaffe bano bwe bali wano. Bangamye nzire mu luzungu nze saasiibye njala tennuma so kandi oluzungu sobola odwogera. We've had female guild presidents before, and the last one was Anna Deke. She's the National Female Youth MP, and she's also the woman MP elect, Soroti. So that is wrong. Someone has wrong information. Invalid information. Then, about someone who has been in the council cannot win again. Almost all the guild presidents all the people who have become guild presidents have been in the council before. The first GRCs, because students attach you with that experience to be able to serve them. Except maybe one Katerega Julius who wasn't, but most of them have been. And next is, if they were not supporting us, all these are student leaders, they wouldn't be here. And these are the influencers of the university, that is why they're here today. And then something I didn't answer about the mode of elections. We have fought so hard. Like I told you, they have been wanting to favor the NRM candidate in this online election. That is why they put it there. Other universities have all voted physically, except here, because they wanted to impose on us an NRM guild president. But we've won the battle.
It's over.
They say that students who are on campus, who are supposed to be on campus, according to the staggered man of the university, are going to vote physically. My college, College of Health Sciences and COVAB, we've been on campus and we're on campus throughout the semester. So that's assured we are voting physically. And we are all doctors and you know what to do.
We know.
The others, it's going to be dependent on your year of study. Is it on campus according to the staggered man of voting? Then you vote physically. But if it's not on campus, they say that you're going to vote online. But regardless, whatever mode of voting they bring, even if they put it where, even if we are to go and vote from State House, which is the best of NRM, we shall win. And we shall win.
A winning soul. A winning soul. A winning soul.
So, we are here to win regardless of the mode, regardless of what, we are winning. So, I task you to be alert on the mode of voting, to be alert on the day of voting, and please carry all the material that is necessary for voting. So that is what I had forgotten to elaborate about. And also, we also coming to, I think I'm coming to Cobams tomorrow according to our timetable. Tomorrow at 11. 11, no, it's at 10. We are coming tomorrow at 10. Cobams. Yes. Rogers.
My name is Ida Rogers.
Yes.
My question is, or my concern, we've had very good speakers who come campaign. When they win, they go to the council. But the challenge is, we are not there in the council. So somehow, somewhere they get some of them. I guess you may not be. But I want that assurance that we won't be corrupted either with money or good ideas.
Thank you. I would like to answer Rogers. I think I have a good track record. That is why you're supporting me. Because I've been there in one of the highest positions as vice president. Siria Mugati. It is student matters first. And that is why I have some of these GRCs. There is Indeed Day, there is him, because they know that in the Siria Mugati. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't be here supporting me, but they know the values I stand for. So track record is very important. I think you've seen my track record. Yes. Okay, what can I give? Okay, Ocheng.
Yeah, former 87th president.
87th, 87th, and now look at replacement.
That is history now. Madam President, I just have a simple question.
Okay, omulabi omulungi owa Bobby Diehards mwebale kubanga ate kwe muli nnyo tuli waneeno Makerere ewa Nalukwago Judith Guildy President aspiring nga ate tuli mu kulaba meeting yaabwe era nga ebimu ku bye babadde balimu Nalukwago yayise ba leaders okuva e Makerere mu gonzi ez'enjawulo era nga bano bonna nga wobalaba si ba students kyokka naye ba leaders mu biti eby'enjawulo so y'ensonga lwaki tuli wano olunaku olwaleero. Nalukwago Judith y'omu ku baagala tiketi ya NUP naye nga tenaba kugabibwa tiketi eyo tetumanyi lwaki eruddeyo ndowooza abakulu bajja bba batunyonyola lwaki balemeddwa okuba nti basalawo mu bwangu ani gwe bawa kaadi ya National Unity Platform mu ludda luno olwa Makerere so tugenda batumanya ensonga lwaki baluddewo kubanga bagaba kaadi yaffe ya Guildy President Nalukwago Judith y'omu ku abo abayayanira kaadi eyo kussa ne Gutu yani so
I think we should have some
yes Kavuma alina ekibuzo kyabuuza nti Nalukwago bamaze omuwa kaadi nedda tebannaba Mr. Kavuma tebannaba kubanga bagaba kaadi Nalukwago Judith mu byafaayo bye abadde nga ku sports era nga abadde abagira tennis azanya tennis ku university eno era ng'akiikiridde ensi nyingi ng'omuzanyi wa tennis. Nalukwago Judith abadde national coordinator wa NUP mu bitundu by'e Kawempe so nga byebyo ku bintu ebimu bye tutunulira nti NUP eyinza okuba nga esobola omuwa kaadi. Nalukwago Judith abadde vice president wa Katelega byebyo n'ebirala bingi nnyo ebimufuula okuba nti wanjawulo ayinza okutuleetera winninga National Unity Platform. Luli natwala obudde bwange ne mbuzaako kuba students ba wano about her naye nga bandaga nti bamusupportinga era bajja muwagira naye nga bateekako akwakwakulizo singa anajjira ku National Unity Platform so aba students ba wano bo balaga nti ba National Unity Platform so anajja yena nga wa National Unity Platform baleredde omuwa naye nga Nalukwago bambi takoze bubi n'akamu n'akeddagala eri National Unity Platform so katusuubire abakulu abavunaanyizibwa okugaba kaadi eyo bagiwe omwana ono ng'obudde bukyali kubanga baluddewo nnyo tetumanyi lwaki baluddewo nnyo kuba nti bagaba kaadi eno so kambazeyo ko kuwa Nalukwago Judith ate tulabe kyagamba then tuveewo.
kale byemuteesezzaako
leero byetuteesezzaako manifesto gyaffe biki bye tugenda okukola of course fe abayizi nze ng'omukulembeze babadde bammanyi n'ebintu bye mbadde nzize nkola babadde babimanyi naye twagala capitalizing oba consolidating ebyo bye tubadde tukoze twatandika olutalo ku tuition era twagala tugenda maaso paka wetubiwangula tuition omwo mulimu surcharges mulimu functional fees mulimu online studies bintu bingi then netutandika ku olutalo lwa maxi abaana basoma naye tebalina maxi paka kati omwana ayinza okuba nga amaze omwaka mulamba nga talina maxi ze kati omwana wabira ayina tugeze retake ng'ali mu final ya kitegeeza tajja kumanya nti alina retake kitegeeza alina okusigalawo omwaka omulala mulamba ate ng'obuzibu si bubwe obuzibu bwa university yamuwa maxi ze then era tubadde tubagamba n'engeri gye tugenda okulondamu era tubadde tubataskinga nga team bagende bwe baddayo ewaka batunoonyeza akalulu naffe nga wetutambulira nabo nga tunoonya akalulu era kyetutandiseeko leero nakulwaleero.
Ekirala tulaba gwe mukyala asoose ovaayo okwesimbawo wa Guildy President nange okumanya kwange kusomozebwa kikosinza osanga kubanga ali abasajja kubadde tumanyi nti obwagidde pulezidenti abasajja abavubuka batera okwesibawo kusomozebwa kikosinza osanga legi n'ekirala ekibiina mujjidde ennaku zino tulaba embeera yakusikanyiziwa obulamu bw'okusanga otya olwabaenagamaidde ku ya Nuupu.
Of course okuva wenajjira ku tiketi ya Nuupu bankubira amasimu security nkubira amasimu waliwo enateekawo n'ekipande kyange wali wansi ne bankubira ne bagamba jangu okijjewo sigwa akawala ka NUP jangu obijjewo bino kasasirowo of course bankubira ne bantiisatiisa nze ndi captain biki naye ebyo byonna twabiyitamu bankubira dda amasimu kati sikyatya mitima gyakaluba era ffe twagenda ogenda mu Nuupu ng'emitima gyaffe gyakaluba dda kubanga tuli mu kulwanira ggwanga lyaffe nga pulezidenti waffe Kyagulanyi bw'atugamba nti tulina okuyimirirawo ffe ng'abantu tulina nti kintu ky'okkiririzaamu n'obeera muntu omu kasa kibeera kituufu beera wekka ng'okkiririzaamu naye era tulina okusika abantu abalala otukkiririzaamu nti nze nga Nalukwago sitidde nkimanyi nti ndi mu kusaazinga ggwanga lyange.
Tubadde tukubuuza kusomozebwa kikosinza osanga okuva wavaayo nga gwe kale challenge ezosinza osanga mu bayizi banno b'ogenda okukulembera ne mubamu kubavuganya nabo kubanga gwe muwala wekka ndowooza avuddeyo
kituufu of course ekyaliwo nze challenge bulijjo eriwo mu university nga bagamba omuwala tasobola kiki byebyali mu abaana abamu si bangi naye abamu naye kati nze chance gye nafuna nti nafunako chance esavinga nga vice president abayizi ne balaba vice president eyabakolera nga tekibangawo nga teri yo vice president yali akoze bwati ne bagamba oyo omuwala nedda oyo muwala gwetugenda okutwalira gwe tugenda okukulembeza nti nze ng'omuwala obutinitini bu challenges obwaliwo nze sibufeesi nze nnyo asat abaana banzikiririzaamu era bamanyi nze agenda obakolera ebintu byonna bye baagala.
Gildi abaddeko biki byatakoze nti singa bakwasa entebe bwoti
byotandikirako
byengenda okutandikirako waliwo ekizibu kya max nga bwe nabagambye nti ekizibu kya max kiri ku college nti college leadership yayina okikolako naye tugenza okulaba kubanga ne mu kisanja kyaffe kyaliwo jjukira mubeera n'ebizibu bingi naye mulina bye muwa priorities bye mutandikirako ate ojjukira ekisanja kye kibeera kiwanvu kibeera kya myezi 9 temusobola kukola buli kimu mulondayo nti katukoleko bino 5 bwe tubimala tuddeko ku 2 oba guild enajja ejja kutandikiraawo era nga bw'olaba ne mu Uganda atilagi nti Uganda erina ebizibu bingi naye buli we tukyusa ekisanja balonda nti katusooke tukolinga bino ebyamaanyi nnyo nebiri tujja bikolako nti maxi bazisolvingira ku college level naye tugenza okulaba ate nga kikyususse college zonna zirina obuzibu bwa maxi si college emu si 2 wabula college zonna 9 zirina obuzibu bwa maxi ne tugamba nedda kino ekintu guild president yaba kihandlinga nankubadde nti at first twali tukirowooza ng'ekintu ekinti kirina kubeera ku college level naye kati kisusse nti guild president yalina okihandlinga byebintu ebimu tugenda okutandikirako.
Abasimye omulimu
tuli bana abayizi bwokikola tugenda kiwanga kugula era kyobola ngumira ku bo nabo bagumira ku nze.
babeera
tandike dawa n'obunyini
lwaki mu bonna wakyuzinzeeko Nalukwago Judith?
tandike n'amanya tunamukimira
amanya gange nze Kasumba Alex ndi muyizi Makerere ate era nga ndi mukulembeze w'abayizi nze president wa School of Distance and Lifelong Learning ate ng'era nze chairperson Your Voice Matters East Africa ekibiina ekitugatta ffenna abayizi East Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda. Ensonga lwaki nalonze Judith Nalukwago kubanga Nalukwago tumulabyeko ng'akola tumulabyeko ng'asoosowaza ensonga z'abayizi ng'era aziteeka ku front. Ensonga ey'okubiri lwaki twasazeewo ffenna tusimbe mabega ga Nalukwago obukulembeze buno obugenda okujja bwe tugenda okulonda bwa bbanga ggere ekinene nnyo bagenda kufugira ebbanga lya myezi 3 ate nga bw'ofuka guild president kikutwalira ebbanga lya myezi nga 3 oba nga 2 ng'okola ki ng'ogezaako kuyiga system how the guild house runs naye tufunye chance nti Nalukwago Judith kyokka n'akaseera akatono oba aweereddwa omukisa n'akulembera ye abaddeko mu Good House enkadde amanyi ekyokukola amanyi puroguramu zirina okusambula buli kimu akitegeera so mu kaseera akatono kano ffe ng'abayizi tuba tugenda kuganyirwamu okusinga ku mukulembeze omulala yenna gwe tuba tulonze.
Okay, eyo yembeera eri wano ku University e Makerere. Omulabye mulungi bambi teweerabira kusubscribinga YouTube channel yaffe eri Bobby Dayhard UK. Mbeera nga ngiteekako waneno link oba nga nkoze posts nimba nga nteekako link eyo oba osobola ogenda ku YouTube nonoonya Bobby Dayhard UK nobeera nga osubscribinga YouTube channel yaffe eyo nobeera nga te olaba video ezo ezibeerayo n'ebirala bingi nnyo kale munzikirize mbakomye wano bye bye mweraba.